All right, here we go. Remove.
Good evening, and welcome to the Heikadelic Show. We would like to take this moment to let you know that viewer and listener discretion is strongly advised. So sit back, have yourself a nice cool drink or hot drink, and enjoy the show. And welcome once again to the Heikadelic Show.
Hey there. I saw the most disgusting thing on the internet the other day. It was one of those reels, and they were taking wieners and looking at them under the microscope, raw wieners. Oh my goodness. I didn't know there were that many creepy crawlies on a raw wiener. So make sure your wiener's cooked really well.
Make sure your
All right,
wiener's
make
cooked
sure your
really
wiener's
well.
cooked.
Okay.
Hey, boys, how's everybody?
Excellent.
Good. How are you doing?
And hi, Melanie, once again, number uno.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Well, she's like a
Wow.
rock star, eh?
Well, seeing that Mel's on here first again, might as well give them a little plug because next weekend is the Moon Howlers Bash up in Roblin, Ontario. It's the Halloween edition of the Bannock Shack.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's
Cool.
it's run by their daughter Kristen.
So they have something you go online and check it out?
Yeah, you can check out the Moon Howlers Bash on
Moon Howlers
Facebook.
Bash. Okay.
Yeah, Facebook,
Perfect.
Instagram. They always cross promote, so you can always look at the Bannock Shack Field Bash.
Yeah.
So,
would you guys be playing at the Moon Howlers Bash?
yes, we would. You can catch
Aha!
the House of Haunt at. Yeah.
Right
Well,
on. That's cool.
We'll be there for sure. Even if I
And
wasn't going to be promoting it.
this week, I believe Thursday night is Tears of a Deity and Anvil playing in Ajax.
That's
At the
that's
Edge.
September 8th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there'd be a good
Nice.
show to go and see.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to find out a date. I know there's this band around, and they're awesome, but there's no data right now. It's Motor City Maniacs. So I don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah. Are they going to play live?
Maybe.
Someday, sometime.
So hey, okay, Ringo. So you're the retread when you call bands retreads, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I heard today a little less retready way to say it. They call them legacy bands or legacy acts.
Oh, is that how it goes?
Yeah.
Legacy.
They just like to immortalize themselves, I guess.
Yeah. Because that sounds way more fancy.
No, I think a legacy. I think a legacy act or band would be something like, I don't know, like something that has achieved something of great status. Not, like a lot of the retread bands are these comeback bands, and it sort of remains to be seen on. Maybe they didn't quite make it. Like, I mean, like if you look at Anvil, who's playing at, with Tears at the Edge, they're awesome. I mean, I've done some road work with them and stuff like that, and we've done a couple of shows with them, maybe 3 at least. And
what? Okay, let's just pause on this for 1 second. Anvil has been on tour with Bon Jovi.
Yep.
Poison.
Yep.
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Metallica.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if they were on tour with Metallica, but they played on the same.
They
bill
were
as
in
Metallica,
festivals and
right?
stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They. Why do you have you seen the movie? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think the real reason is they didn't make it? Was it just attitude? Was it poor management?
Yeah. Poor man.
Was it
Like
my
you know
way or
what?
no way?
So they're re-releasing the story of Anvil,
Yeah.
and that's been on Netflix for, well, it was on it for quite a while, and then and it's funny because I went to LA in 2016, and I was doing one of those home, famous people tour bus things, and while we were waiting, my daughter and I. The tour manager said, "Hey, you're from Canada. Have you ever heard of Anvil?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, and coincidentally, we're doing a show with them in a couple of weeks, and so he was like, "Well, he was blown away because he's a super fan, but he became a super fan after seeing the story of Anvil." Um,
Right.
so I would encourage you, rather than explain it all, I think that you're right. Bad management, number of things, and they were, I think, underrated for the time. But it's impressive when
But
you
were
watch.
they?
Well, they
I
were.
thought like because I remember hearing them when I was younger, right? Like
Yes.
that was
Yeah.
that's what I listened to growing up. That was I was into the heavier stuff, right?
Yeah, and Anvil
Um,
was a common name back then too, because I used to listen to it as well.
Yeah.
well, it's
And
because they were from Toronto, right? But
yeah,
besides metal on metal, I really didn't know anything, right? And they do have
yeah,
some good music, and they put on an awesome live show, and he
Yeah.
does his dildo solo and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know. It's just something they just didn't do it. You know what I
yeah.
mean? It's weird.
Well, and now a big band like that, they're playing in bars, right?
But they were never big. That's the whole thing. Like they 84, I think, is when they peaked. And then it
Yeah,
was done.
yeah, yeah. But you used to listen to them on the radio all the time. We used to play it in the car. Like Anvil
You
was
still hear them.
part of the stuff we always listened to, right? They were
Yeah,
a
yeah.
good band. But like
Yeah.
Ringo was saying, you got to watch that movie about them because I just believe it like a week ago I saw a little ad, like a trailer for that movie,
Yeah.
and it shows it's like if they didn't have bad luck, they wouldn't have any luck at all. Like they just went through shit after shit after shit, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it could well be management was poor, this was poor, and a band like that just had a hard time clawing its way to the top like some of the other ones did, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they became like they did a lot of festivals with some really big bands, and they became a pretty reliable support band. But yeah,
Yep.
and I know the guys, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they work hard, and they've been doing the show iterations of their show for so many years that they're flawless, right?
Yeah.
But these guys are all about their passion for metal, right?
Yeah.
And doing live shows. They love it. And I've seen them in, I guess, all sorts of states, and they um, they put on an awesome show, without a
Yeah.
doubt. They're ones that like. I don't really refer to Anvil as a retread. Other bands like Lee Aaron and there's a lot. So they're a band that kind of surfed around global success, but never got the call, right?
Right.
Um, and they had a lot of challenges. So if you watch the story of Anvil, which I guess is getting re-released shortly, next couple of weeks,
Hmm.
it tells the story, I think, pretty well. And that kind of gave it a little bit of resurgence. And certainly in the U.S., they become a lot more popular because of the Netflix show, right?
The show,
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
the movie.
Yeah.
but I that their album Metal on Metal was actually the first real metal, thrash metal, because we considered them a thrash metal band.
Yeah,
But
it is.
they were the first metal band that I had on cassette tape that I bought from Columbia House Records, right? When you paid a penny and you got a bunch of.
Yep.
So I wore that thing out playing Metal on Metal and some tunes. And what was super cool is when we had the chance to open for them on a few dates, we had a little interlude in our set, and I said, "Hey, anybody familiar with Columbia House Records and tapes?" And sure enough, everybody's around our age, so everybody knew it. And I said, "Yeah, I got to." That was my first real metal album that I listened to over and over, and to get to play on stage with them in a big concert venue, which was like we played a few places, but the hall was a lot of fun, right? And
That'd be awesome.
music hall.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was a thrill, right? I don't know that I ever thought of it as, quote, a dream come true, because for years I hadn't really followed them.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm a metal pounder, so I joined their metal pounder union, and they did some quite brilliant stuff in terms of promoting. And then when you watch the story of Anvil, they had to kind of do a lot of stuff on their own.
Why till I die?
Yeah, and they didn't get the attention from major labels that I think they deserved. But
right,
cool about the Anvil story, or the story of Anvil, is that you've got people like Dave Grohl, people from Metallica, commenting on these guys. So there's these little interviews.
Lemmy.
Away. Yeah, Slash, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty amazing. So they influenced definitely a lot of bands, and great bunch of guys. I don't know if I should say, whatever. It's legal now, but I followed them literally in my truck behind their van and their trailer, and heading towards, oh gosh, where was it now? Ottawa.
Right.
And they're the real deal, smoke coming out of the van, and it wasn't.
Speaking of the real deal, George, I need your help.
You do? Do you need a bit of a soundtrack to your Monday night?
Yeah. La la.
All together now.
Banana 3, banana 4. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
And I see Kathy is on, Keisha's on. Hi to Joe as well. Nice having you on, folks. And there's Junior.
So we're just
Hey,
playing.
Junior.
We just played the Cheers now, so we're a little behind. And George, what about your backside?
I haven't got my drink here.
Hey.
Yeah. Always got to give George that extra few minutes to open his drink, because his hands were full.
So, fun fact: we start the show at 9:30. Sometimes, most times, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
So George, everybody goes and gets a drink, and George will be there like 25 after, and he'll say, "Yeah, I'm gonna go get my drink now."
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't show my backside and have a drink at the same time.
That's right. Well, I always thought it's because you wanted to keep it cold, so you wanted to chill it down for the last few seconds.
That's right. I've got a little cooler bag here tonight. I had it in there.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
One,
looks like you stole the kitty's lunch pail.
So you've got camo on that, do you? The camouflage kind of print?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
It's nice and small, yeah.
Hey, you got any camo on, Hike?
The only part I got on, I can't show on TV. So
camo underwear.
That's called commando.
Oh yeah.
Hang on, there we go.
It's all good, folks.
I was thinking tonight, just before you start guessing, because the last few have been so easy, right? You guys have got them, right? So you can ask questions, but let's see if we get any people chiming in. Give the
Okay,
viewers
so we'll ask questions, but we can't blurt out the answer.
not straight away anyway, unless
right.
anything, just to give them a chance, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, it's time for George's backside, my favorite part of the show. So sit back and have a look at his backside. And you can catch George out in the clubs, DJing, that's right, flipping those discs, and whatever else he does. But hey, right now, I just want you to focus on his backside and come up with some answers.
All right, here we go.
All right. Oof.
Oh, hey,
Who's the-
my cat's,
who's the
my
guy-
cat's walking on the computer. Wait a second. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
cancel.
All right. there you
All
go.
right.
I got a question
Okay.
for you, George.
Okay, fire away.
Who's behind the green tape?
Well, there's the rub.
Okay. I have a guess already.
All right. We'll keep it there. We'll just show it. I'll put it down
I'm
and
just
see
going
if
to ask
anyone.
a couple of questions.
All right,
This
sure.
is like late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah. Well, this. Yeah. Well, they're still touring today,
Hi, Sandra.
Okay.
Duran.
but this would be.
Oh,
This
sorry.
was actually 1977, I think.
Oh, okay.
Duran.
Oh.
Oh,
All tracks were taken from the album. And that's covered up too.
Yeah, and the
all
fan club,
tracks.
and you've got the fan club address,
Yeah.
but not the name of the
Oh,
band.
wait a second. So is this only part of an album? This is like something special, isn't it?
Well, actually,
All
it's,
tracks
it's-
taken
Yeah.
from the album blank.
yeah.
So this is a live version of something.
No, it's like it's a
Is it
it's
like
a
a
12-inch
Broadway?
single. It's a 12-inch single. I said there's 3 tracks on it.
Oh,
And,
okay.
Ah.
Sorry, I missed that.
The lead-off
so this
track
is like a
was
demo.
actually a bit of a hit, I think. But then they
Okay.
went on to greater heights.
So
Nice.
is this a singular person or a band?
It's a band.
Well, there's 4 of them there.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't.
Um,
Well, it looks like 4 guys on stage, so I would think, yeah.
Right.
huh.
4 guys on stage, but one's very
Or
recognizable.
is this rock and roll or is this like new wave?
It's new wave.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking
Ah.
at there.
I think you're on the right track there, Derek.
And is
Yeah.
it North American or overseas?
This is
North
overseas.
American. North
Is
All
American.
right.
Oh my god. Okay.
So come on, fans.
All right.
We've asked tons of questions for you. Let's
That's
see,
right.
Melanie, Keisha, Kathy, Junior, somebody.
Come on, Eileen.
Come on.
Julia. Come on.
Sandra, come on. You know who this is. Let's see a
Have a
guess.
think. Have a think.
Yeah.
Well, I could tell you, but I'm not.
Oh,
Any questions from outside as well? You can ask.
okay. Well, let's see here. We got. Is it a group? Well, UK.
Yes, it's a group.
Depeche Mode. We got from Kathy.
Is it Depeche Mode? Well, unfortunately.
New Order.
Okay. Now this next one is
New Order.
That's somewhere I was going around that era.
All right.
It's North American, folks.
No, definitely North American without a doubt.
And it's a band.
And it's a band.
Uh-huh.
Joy Division. No, they're from the UK. They're pre-New Order, right?
Yeah. Okay, so this is from our side of the pond. Wait
Yep.
a second. Are they Canadian or are they from
American.
the United States?
Yeah, they're from the US. From the US.
From the US. Okay. And they're still touring today.
Yeah.
New Wave.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, come on, fans. You got this.
Wait. We got
Who we
got Simple Minds. Oh, sorry, Ringo. Go ahead.
Sorry, Sandra, to do this to you, but they're from Scotland, from Glasgow in Scotland.
Ah.
And then
I don't think that was a guess from Sandra. I think she was calling us something here.
Oh, sorry. Okay, then in that case,
Yeah,
I'll give you the scream. I'll give you the scream, Sandra. That's very
Bauhaus.
intuitive, actually. Bauhaus. They're not Bauhaus. Where Bauhaus from?
Derek, you drunk? Yeah. Just
Is that a band?
Deckard. Derek and the Drunks.
Derek, you drunk. There you go. That's a good one. We were talking about it earlier.
Chalk Circle.
Oh, wow. That's gone pretty deep.
Wow. Yeah. Those are some of the good guesses there, folks. But
some excellent musical knowledge out there, isn't there?
Yeah.
They're still touring now. And
well, up to recently, anyway. Certainly up to pre-COVID, anyway. Yeah. I think they're back on the road. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're from the States.
Yeah. Level 42. No, they're from the UK, aren't they? Does anybody know where they got the name from? Level 42.
No. Let's hear.
Something about an apartment building.
Actually, it's a multi-story parking lot in Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Massive place.
That's where they lost their car, on level 42.
Imagine that, 42 floors of
That's insane.
And the elevator broke down. You know,
is this band international, or are they more like bigger in Canada than they are in the States?
No, they were global.
They were definitely international. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is a 70s, 80s new wave band from the States. Is it the Cars?
The Cars.
Okay. Oh, there's only 4 guys. Cars has 5 or 6, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, not Cheap Trick because it's new wave.
Yeah. I won't budge you for that one, Derek.
Huh?
I won't budge you for that one.
Okay.
Because you're just kind of talking out loud here.
Yeah.
That's just
Okay, well.
All right. UB40, though, they're from the UK, and there was more than 4 in the band originally. Devo. No. Oh wow.
Wow.
This is a longer run.
Hey, wait a second. Is it like a ska band?
No, it's not a ska band. Not like UB40. No.
Well,
they're
I was
reggae.
More along the lines of like the Specials, but someone who would hang around them type of thing.
But they're from Birmingham in the UK, so
they are. No, they are. Yeah, but I'm just trying to.
Okay.
Get something.
Yeah.
Wow.
You
got a good one here, George. You got everybody stumped. Yeah.
How many, now are they
obscure or anything?
They're not obscure. Okay, so they're pretty big from the States.
Yeah.
You too?
Yeah, from Ireland.
Oops.
Oh.
Hey, where's Antonio?
Banana song, please.
Banana song.
All right.
Let's do it.
We can do that for you there, Sandra. Hang on, here we go.
You're the best, Sandra. Cheers.
Okay.
And it wasn't Devo, was it?
No.
It wasn't Devo. No, we had that one.
That was good.
Devo, that was a band.
Let's see the album again, George.
I want to see the...
Yeah, show us the front this time, will you?
No.
There's a big glare on it, but if you can hold it a bit closer.
Hang on. Let's see if I can.
Sandra's saying Culture Club.
Culture Club. Ooh.
No.
They're from the UK. Nope.
No.
Wait a second here.
No, we lost you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-bum.
Still seeing that glare. Can we see some of the faces of the guys on it? No?
That guy on the right is so familiar. I want to say like the Clash, but they're not the Clash. Who's the American Clash?
Do that again, George. Let me see.
It's too bad nobody could figure out what stadium they're in, because that's a unique looking building.
Not the
Who's
best
the
there
American
from.
Clash? Is it the Cure?
Well, it looks like an amphitheater, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Let's see if I can take this glare off here. I don't know.
Oh, you had it. It was just on the edge, so that's okay. There, that's good.
Oh, there you go. Oh, this is like a fan club thing.
Yeah. Interesting.
The guy with the glasses is so familiar.
And see, the fan club is even USA. It's American.
Definitely American.
It's not the germs, right? That's not.
The germs. No. Look at the fan club address.
Yeah, New York.
Oh, well, it's not the Ramones.
It's not the Ramones.
See the guy on the end?
Which one?
Well, the one. Yeah,
the
bring
one-
it up a little bit.
This one? Which end? This one? Hang on.
No.
Okay.
Hang on a minute.
I know everything's backwards when you do this, so it's kind of hard to get your brain to function properly and move it the right way.
No, it's my eyes. My face is melted from the sun.
Antonio's heating up a leftover burger.
Yeah. Antonio.
Oh, you want to know something?
Wow. Nice job.
Blondie it is.
Nice job,
Remember
Kathy.
Harry? Oh, he even double taped it so we couldn't get the figure.
Well, I could see through it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
The front
All
one.
right. Yes.
Hang on.
Look at that.
There it is.
Nice. 12-inch.
Three
Nice
tracks
done.
for 75 pence.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Ripper to shreds.
Oh, the glare is on your head, George. Perf. Be nice.
George, what were the tracks?
They're Ripper to shreds, In the Flesh, and Ex-Offender.
Ex-Offender.
Yeah.
Mm.
There you go.
That's
Yeah,
an
they're
old
still
one.
touring. Still touring.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are.
Never
That's
had
awesome.
it. Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Got a bit of mileage out of that one.
Yeah. There you go, bud. That took a little while.
Well done, Kathy.
Oh. All right. You do that part. I'm going over here.
Where?
Huh?
Where are you going?
I'm grabbing a drink.
Okay. Good stuff.
What are you drinking tonight, Derek?
So
Well,
what?
tonight I'm drinking Lake Ridge's best water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The H2O.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Adam's Ale.
Do you get
Straight
that,
out of the ditch?
Do you get that from the
Yeah.
spring?
I do. I get that from the spring. I have for quite a few years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I get my
Yeah.
water from there too. So
Yeah.
love it.
Used to
well,
do that years ago.
Yeah, me too, and I still do.
That place, I don't know how far back you remember, but that place used to be so freaking dangerous.
Yeah, it used to be
Because
on the other side of the road.
it was on the other side of the road, and it was just a little spigot, like the water comes out of the ground pretty much. And the
Yep.
people would line up there and walk back and forth across the road at night, carrying water jugs, and cars are bombing down the hill.
Yeah.
So, they got smart. They finally built a little parking lot and the dispensing
under the
unit
road.
there. Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah, yeah,
We used to get water there on the way up to the cottage.
yeah. That's a good spot to get it.
Yeah. I just get it from right outside my house right now.
Cool, perfect.
Well water. It's excellent.
Yeah.
Kathy wants something for that guess.
Oh, I should win something for that was a good long hard guess.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was.
No, there you go.
You getting a little nipply there, Derek?
No, I was showing a little nipply.
So what you guys do this week? Anything exciting?
Oh
No.
No.
I
Come
took
on.
the dock out of the water this weekend.
Did you really already?
Yeah. So where we are, the water changes temperature like stupidly quick.
Mm.
So I don't mess around. Labor Day
Mm.
comes, take the floating dock out.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I spent the whole week by the pool actually because it was
Nice.
really great. Like, and then boof, like comes Sunday yesterday, right? Wow, the drop in temperature from like last
Yeah.
week.
The weather has changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, last week we had the big hamburger eating contest down at Country Stop Burgers, and that was
Right.
fun. Yeah. It's too bad you guys couldn't make it. We had 7 contestants,
Mm.
and this
Seven.
burger,
Ooh.
this burger was insane. It was 5 8-ounce patties, 15 slices of cheese, and a pack of bacon.
Wow.
And then he even had condiments on the top. And then Danny's talking, he goes, well, I know some guys that could probably eat that, so we got to up it a notch. So there also came an order of onion rings, an order of fries, and a vanilla milkshake. That's what you got.
The vanilla.
How many people
milkshake
actually
tipped me
ate
over the edge? Surely.
Nobody actually finished.
No.
See, that's ridiculous. You got to make it so it's achievable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, he thought opposite. He thought we're going to have to make him work for it. It was a lot. 40 ounces of beef alone.
Yeah. that's
So
crazy.
I have a picture of the burger with all the cheese and bacon and everything on it, on the bun, on the scale, and it actually weighed 3 pounds.
Ugh.
So a 3-pound hamburger. And I would
Your
have said,
stomach can only hold 4 pounds.
yeah, I know. Well, with the fries and onion rings and shake,
Yeah,
that was
you're
4
done.
pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, the
Well,
bread.
I saw the pictures, Heiko, and the I guess the guy who was last man standing, he didn't look very well. He didn't look very well.
It was so funny because you can look at the guys, and they had 30 minutes to eat it all. And after about 10 minutes, you could see the meat sweats starting,
Oof.
right? Everybody's sweating. And it's funny. I talked to Danny. He laughed. He said, I got the meat sweats making these things. It was just wrong.
Oh my goodness.
So who knows? Maybe we're going to do it again. Maybe next time we might not have all the trimmings with it and just see who can actually finish the burger.
Yeah.
Right? First guy to finish wins.
Yeah.
But I went online and so did he. You look at some of the food eating contests.
Oh, some of the things these guys do are crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
But he knows a young lady that couldn't make it because she had a wedding to go to like 2 days later. And she says, I won't fit into my dress if I come in and do that. But she challenged all the guys. She says, if I come in, I'm going to kill all of you guys.
Wow.
Yeah. A woman.
Yeah.
Young lady. Yeah.
Wow.
And a lot of these boys, they were big boys. When you looked at the competition, I'm going, holy shit, these guys can eat. And Antonio, he entered in. He got 4th place. He did very well.
Yeah.
And some guys just made an
Wait a second.
absolute.
4th out of 7? That's not that
Yeah,
good.
that's right in the middle.
I know.
It's right in the
You gotta be
middle.
one side or the other. That's like a C.
Well, he didn't know what to expect, so he's got things already planned for next time to make it happen. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do a chuck a couple times before you go. All right.
Well, and it's funny. You watch people eat, and everybody was different. There was one guy, he just made an absolute fucking mess of his food, and he was the first one out. It was just it was a disaster. Like, whatever. But some guys took the burger apart and started eating the patties. Some guys ate the bacon, then the bun. Some guys dove into the onion rings and fries first and went for the burger last. But the winner had.
So how did they go by the winner? Who ate the most weight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So weigh your plate after.
Yeah. After everything's done, whoever ate the most was the winner. And the guy who won, there was maybe half of one patty left. Everything else was gone. And he ate all his fries and half his onion rings and a milkshake.
Wow.
So that's pretty freaking close, man. Pretty close. So it wasn't like a disaster like people only ate half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very, very, very close. And Danny and Michelle, they were sports. They gave everybody a shirt instead of just the winner. It was a good time, a lot of fun, a lot of laughter, and a lot of sweating.
Yeah.
So I got some pictures. We couldn't get them up this show. Maybe next show we'll throw some up so people can have a laugh.
Yeah, I got them, Hike. I'm just gonna.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to unfortunately put us in the green room while I'll scroll through them real quick.
Yeah, one of them is just a picture of all the contestants, and I think there's one of Antonio eating and one of the actual guy who won eating, and then him at the end standing with Danny and Michelle. So I got lots more. I got videos and everything, but you can't put it all on the air.
Yeah, let me see what we can do here.
Yeah, if we throw some up, cool.
So nobody got sick. That's the main thing, right?
Wow.
No, everything stayed in. After the contest was over, there was a visit to the bathroom by somebody. I'm pretty sure they
Allegedly.
Yeah, they just let her rip. But that was one stipulation. If you're gonna yak, you're out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had to keep it down.
I had to keep it down until the contest was over.
Well,
Good stuff.
That's what you do. You take your time, right? And it's funny.
That's
That's
like those guys looked like they were bruisers. So I don't know how I would have fared out. I'm just.
well, like I said, Antonio was smart about it. He started doing the patties, right? And he ate his fries, his onion rings, all that shit. And then when he was done, he goes, I got 2 patties left, so I got 2 burgers to take home. He was happy, right?
So who are these guys right here?
There you go. See the guy on the left here? He's the guy who actually won. You can see his plate there. There's not much left in front of him.
The guy that's eating right now?
Yep, the guy that's putting it. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the winner. And the guy right beside him, he was the loser. He was the first one out.
So he's the winner there.
Yeah.
And then
there's
the whole.
And there's the guys lined up.
Look at those burgers. I'm
I
getting.
know, they're insane. So you got the burger, and in those containers, one is an order of fries and one is an order of onion rings. And then you got your milkshake. But the guy on the right with the beard, he started smoking everybody at the beginning. He just pounded the food back, and I thought he was going to win for sure. But at the end, the other guy took him, and it wasn't by much. So the challenge is on for next time. There we go.
Well,
and the guy in the middle, that's Antonio, is one of our fans, and Keisha with the thumbs up in the background. And
so did the burger look like that?
Yep. Let me see. 1, 2.
Well,
no, it's one more patty. That's only 4 patties. They had 5.
I'm getting hungry looking at it. I gotta.
And that's the place it was at, Country Stop Burger.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And then if you're hungry and you want a snack, there's a double.
There's a snack.
How come Danny's not on tonight? He should be on.
Oh, he might be on. He might be on later. He's probably still at the restaurant tidying up.
I swear I'd get in my car right now and go grab one of those late night burgers at Danny's.
Yeah. Well, that's what I had. A nice banquet burger right before the contest.
Yeah.
I don't think Danny does late night. I think they close by 8, isn't it?
I believe so. Yeah. I think it's like 11 to 8 or something like that, which is a long enough day. Right?
Lunch and supper.
That's right.
Oh, is that Keisha just put up? What did she say? The last message there. He's got 1 burger with 2 patties as we speak. Oh, Jesus.
So Sandra was asking how my weekend away was. Well, it didn't really it was kind of 2-part weekend. Ended up, hang on one sec here. Let me get this
Yeah, you're making us hungry, man, with those burgers up on the screen.
I know it's tempting, right?
Look at that. Whoa.
You can't shut it off. Yeah. So, yeah, my weekend was interesting. I ended up going to see some buddies, and they were going to a military vehicle event, and
Oh, yeah.
I got to lead a convoy of trucks and tanks and stuff like that. So it was neat
Yep.
to the event and help them set up and everything. So did that, and then Saturday went to the event, and it was in a farmer's field, and it was really really hot, right? So
Oh, yeah. Saturday was brutal.
but yeah. But yeah, I've been itching to trek up to my land up north, and I was actually thinking of heading out there today because it's up near Timmins, Cochrane area. So
Oh, that's a good haul.
yeah, it's sunny until Thursday this week. So
It's supposed to be a great week now.
Yep. At night, it's getting a little, nipply, about 3 degrees, that sort of thing. But hey,
Yeah, it's coming. It's a time of year.
that's right. So, but
Once again, ooh.
yeah, thanks for asking. So we'll get up there at some point, and if I can get an internet connection up there, maybe if I'm up there around a Monday night. But either way,
Yeah.
I'll have video or pictures.
Absolutely. I'd love to see that. Yeah, you sent me pictures of the Army vehicle. That was really cool with the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got more of those, and there's some interesting ones at the show. So
Yeah.
then my buddy got a couple of awards for his vehicles, and
Nice.
it's quite an experience.
Yeah, it's just like a club, eh? It's kind of cool. You all get together.
Well,
at
it
the
is.
same-
I bought my military truck, and I ended up finding like-minded or owners that had the same truck actually, and there's about 1,000 people on the Facebook page, and
Yeah.
they've got exactly the same vehicle. So
That's
yeah,
really
that
cool.
introduced me to this whole overland. These are heavy-duty Jeeps with tents on them and stuff like that, and then the military class vehicles are a breed of their own. I mean, there's everything from Sherman tanks to the Willys Jeeps and
Mhm.
all of that stuff. You name it, it's there, right? But yeah, it was kind of cool trekking down the road with all these
Yeah.
vehicles behind me. So
Yeah, and that truck of yours, like I drove it at your place there. That thing's built like a tank too. It's just really cool.
So I found out something interesting. I was down at I don't know if I want to promote them or not, but Campkins. It's
No,
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't. No, they're
Yeah.
assholes. Fuck them.
okay. Well, anyway, I was down there, and
Camping
they're-
style, much better. Go right around the corner.
okay, right across the street. Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyhow, I hadn't been there in a long time, but I was looking for an RV shore plug kind of setup, and I was talking to this guy there, and he's quite a nice guy actually, and he was telling me, I guess he was involved with the military, and he had ridden the same truck I have, and so we were
Yeah.
talking about it and that, but they're interesting, but there's somebody who told me that like a conventional firearm wouldn't be able to penetrate the walls of that, because it looks like a big metal box, but that metal
Yeah.
box is actually aluminum. So when I went to put the shore plug through, I had to cut through the outside of the box, and it's just this little round thing where you put it's almost like a camper plug setup.
Okay.
And so I got through it, and it was actually pretty thin aluminum, and then behind the aluminum was actually just like a foam, an old kind of crunchy foam. And
Right.
then behind that was another piece of aluminum and then some plywood. So point being that, yeah, I think a Nerf gun would be able to penetrate the side of that. Although it does look like it looks like a Brinks truck, an armored vehicle.
Yeah.
So yeah. so you're not safe inside it. So, but they were never designed for frontline combat. Although they were put in places that as light support vehicles. So their job
Yeah,
would be,
and communications as well, right?
yeah, like let's say Canadians obliterated, or came in to provide assistance to a community, after, the, or during
Yeah, yeah,
battle. These guys would come up, set up communication systems. There's one truck like mine that's like a mini hospital.
right.
Uh, so they have a whole bunch of different uses, but um, love it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It doesn't have air conditioning, so I've been riding it in 30 plus degree weather. But once you're in there riding it, you climatize. There's no real sound system. I've got a kind of a survival radio in there that's solar powered, but it's AM FM.
Right.
And so now I have that kind of tethered over to a boombox so I can hear it because it's very loud in that truck. But there's something about it. I think for me, it represents not only the military stuff, which I really enjoy, but freedom, right? The fact that I've got this thing I've set up like almost like a camper, I guess. And
Yep.
um, yeah, and I've got this big badass military trailer in behind it. I can throw my ATV and I'm pretty self-sufficient. So like
You
our
could-
good friend,
You can bring it up to Napanee next weekend and park in the field.
there you go.
Yeah.
Probably not, but yeah. You know what? My dance card's way filled right now, and that's the big problem. And that's for me, it's being able to get up north and do stuff like that. It's tough, or it's tough because there's a lot of options, right? And now
Yeah.
that the summer's winding down, for me, hunting season's starting, and hunting's not for everyone. But I don't go out shooting Bambi. I just harvest grouse. And but it's really about getting outdoors.
Hmm.
Like our buddy Doug over at Pine Tree Line, right? He encourages people to go out camping and
Yeah.
in whatever form, or at least hike. Um,
Hmm.
it's amazing. So
I've done that with my brother and a couple of buddies quite a few times. Is you go in the fall and you
Yeah.
go hunting. So you bring your gun and your bullets and your water, and you literally walk trails out in the bush
Mhm.
for hours.
Hours
And
in the bush, yeah.
the stuff we've seen is unreal, like beautiful. We've seen moose up close. You see things that you normally wouldn't see, like from the side of the road. Like you really get into nature, right?
Yeah.
And shooting a grouse in the bush is tough, anyways, because normally they just scare the shit out of you because you almost step on them and then they fly away. So you don't have time to shoot them. But I always enjoyed going for those walks. Like
Yeah.
I'd wind up taking lots of pictures, right?
Well, I find that it honestly, if you embrace the wilderness, it's actually really awesome.
Mhm.
I know some people kind of get freaked out because they watch, let's say, movies like the Blair Witch Project, where people are out
Yeah.
in nature and it's like closing in on them and it's terrifying. It can be absolutely terrifying, actually, if
Yeah.
you let that get in your head.
Mhm.
But I've been up in northern Ontario in very deep forest country, and had in the middle of the very, like, so dark I can't even see my hand, and I've been up there alone, right?
Yep.
And I love it. I absolutely love it. Is there a bear in the bush, or Bigfoot? Maybe, right? Maybe,
Yep.
like, it's very close. But generally, I've never had an animal attack.
No.
I've walked right past bears. I've been within 3 feet possibly of a moose, but I was actually downwind, so it didn't scent me.
Yep.
But it kind of freaked me out because it moved its rack and it had a was a huge bull moose, and
Mhm.
it had it was only a few feet away. It didn't notice me there, and it was rutting season, and that would have been a not
That would have been bad. Yeah.
It would have, yeah. So I had a lynx one time. I was sitting up on a rock overlooking a lake, actually a little mountain overlooking the lake, and um, next to me, about I don't know 5 yards, there was a lynx sitting there, big one,
Mhm.
and it
Yep.
just licking its paws, and it looked over at me. And the one thing you don't do with animals is you try not to make direct eye contact. Because that'll freak them out more than it does, and then you're in a standoff. But
Yep.
I've never had an issue. Um, and you know what? Honestly, if you let your mind can be a terrible thing and the scariest place on earth, honestly, because if you let
Yep.
stuff get in your head or you start imagining that, hey,
Mhm.
there's zombies in that tree line, you'll
Yep.
start to see them, right?
Well, last night I had a fisher at our cottage. It was in between.
Oh, I thought you meant in your ass, but okay.
Yeah. I have never heard anything like it. It sounds like a screaming turkey. They're crazy. And
lynx?
well, they're a fisher.
What was it?
A fisher.
Oh,
Fisher.
a fisher. Sorry, it was an actual fisher. Okay.
Yes. So they're a wolverine. They're a type of a wolverine.
Yep.
They're fucking. So the males are 15 to 20 pounds, and the females are like 5.
Yeah.
But they're just fucking vicious. And the noise on them, though, like if somebody said screaming banshee, this is what I would. Here you go. Here's the sound.
Class it as, yeah.
Yeah, it is
Wow.
crazy sound.
Yep.
Should
Never
look
heard
it up on your phone. Play it for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The coolest thing I ever had happen, Ringo, in the bush, is I was snowmobiling. It was at night, and I had to go for a leak. So I just shut the sled off. And as soon as you turn the sled off, the lights go off, and it's dark, right?
Yeah.
I was standing there for a few minutes, and then wearing your suit and all that, you got to go pee. It takes a few minutes to do your business, right?
Yep.
And then I'm standing there, and I had that creepy feeling like I'm being watched.
Yep.
And my eyes still are starting to see a little bit like tree trunks and stuff over on the snow at night.
Yep.
And I finally started to get my vision in. And it was maybe 30, 40 feet away from me. I saw a deer. And I'm going, holy shit, it's like right there.
Yep.
And then I'm looking, and I saw what I thought at first like little trees moving. And I'm looking, it was the legs of more deer. And once I started to really focus, there was well over 10, like 10, 12. I don't know how many there were. There was a whole group of deer there right in the bush at night. And I go, wow, this is just amazing, right? You never know.
No, you don't. And like I have
found
interesting, like I have interesting expectations of what's on, my land up north, and I haven't physically been there yet. I bought the place sight unseen. It's 50 acres. There's another 75 in behind, so it's 125 acres of pretty much virgin land. A lot of ton of forest, but
I'd make a great fall trip, buddy. Like go up now in September.
Yeah.
I would definitely go up there. It'd be beautiful.
Oh, would you? Well, I could hold you to that one because it's difficult right now trying to get somebody to come up, and I probably shouldn't go by myself because it's you never know what can happen. But I have no issue with doing that. But my plan was actually to get out today and head up there. But
oh wow.
Yeah, I want to get going on it. But so interestingly enough, I might have said this on the show, but I was looking for maps of the area, and I found this site that was all of the Ontario Bigfoot sites, and it turns out that up in that area, New Liskeard, all the way up into where I'm at in Matheson, that's where the largest populations have been sighted. So, and then I guess I searched the area on YouTube to see if there was something, and there's this guy out at Timmins that has done several videos in the area. In fact, almost in the corner of the property, and posted these so-called Bigfoot videos. But to me, they look, like every other Bigfoot video, very blurry and grainy, and it's
Yeah,
hard to
see, as soon as I see that, I go, nah, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like even our cell phones today, the cameras in your cell phone are actually very, very good quality. So
Absolutely.
if someone's going to show me a video, look what I saw, and it's all blurry and shit, I go, whatever, nah.
So whether I'm more of a thrill seeker and stuff like that, so I'll try anything for a blast. But so I've got trap cams. So those are cameras that are motion detect and will go off and take still pictures or video. So I've got some of those I'm bringing up, and I have I've got thermal equipment, night vision. A lot of stuff that I already had. But I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing some. I've got a cool video camera. I'm gonna see if I can get some good little video footage here and there. But yeah, I mean, if it's up there, chances of getting a shot would be interesting. But I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, the jury's out as far as whether do I believe in that, or it's tough because. I have one simple question. My simple question is this: if they find one Bigfoot impression, how come they don't find a bunch? Right?
Yeah.
Forget about all the other stuff, but all the hoo-ha's around like.
Well, anything, animal, human, creature, it walks from A to B. You're not going to just see 2 or 3 footprints. You're going to have to see a trail. Right?
Well, yeah, absolutely. You're a hunter. I'm a hunter, and I mean, I've also in my early days been out with a neighbor who used to be a pretty avid trapper. So you learn. There's game trails, right? And game trails are really trails that animals frequent on. And what you do is you set up your traps or your hunt near that, and Bob's your nickel, right?
Or your cameras and what? Because the animals will travel a path as habit, right?
So, and I would imagine that if there was something like that, it would obviously be leaving a lot of tracks. It would be a creature of habit to some degree. So it would have its game trail or game area. And so we probably have been able to get some good imagery. What I don't agree with is, let's say hypothetically speaking, it is real. Okay, so here's a story that's real. I used to go to Daytona Bike Week in Florida every year. I was there in 2014, I believe, and there was this guy. I can't remember his name, but he was some kind of turned out to be a bit of a hoaxer. But he showed up and he had a booth with a tandem enclosed trailer, and he claimed inside he had the carcass from a Bigfoot, and he was charging people admission. I think it was $50 to go through this, I think it was like a 17-foot long trailer and look at this box in the sweltering heat with this smelly Bigfoot. He claimed he was out of Arizona, and he claimed to be the world's greatest hunter. And so immediately, like, I thought, well, you know what? Whether it's real or not, that's not the point. The point is he's gloating because he's shot this mystical creature that's probably one DNA strand away from a human, right? If it's actually real. So I walked right up to him and I said, "Hey man," he says, "Are you interested in going through?" And I said, "No, not." And his wife is sitting there with her, couple of young kids and a baby on the way, and so I said, what gives you the right to go out there and and take a life like that, right? And he
Mm-hmm.
said, well, that thing could in one swipe tear your head off and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know what? I said, if it
You're
was
a
real,
dick.
then you're a murderer. If it's
Yeah.
and it's not real, so you're
Yeah.
you're just a
Yeah.
hoaxer. So yeah, that kind of ended that conversation. And
I bet.
here's what kind of an idiot he was. He said, well, okay, I'll let you go have a look at it for $5 instead of 15 or 20. And I said, no, you couldn't pay me to go and see it, because it's A,
Yeah.
not real, and B, if it was, you're pretty
Yeah.
arrogant. And he kind of went on this tirade about, oh, I'm the greatest hunter and that there ever was.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, it's like, yeah, shove it up your ass.
If you're gonna brag like that to people, you're a fraud, anyways.
Absolutely. But you know what? He suckered a lot of people in there, and I felt,
It's too bad.
kind of felt sorry for his wife sitting there, and that's the way he's got to put food on the table. And it's like, yeah, dick.
So Derek, play it for us.
La la la.
No, Derek. Yeah, I need that too. Actually, when Derek's done with his, George can play the banana song.
George, I gotta get it again.
Oh, you got to get it again?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, here we go.
All right, George. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Mm. Oh, that's so much better. Really?
It's an awful sound.
Wow.
Sounds like someone being murdered.
Well, I would, yeah, it's probably a fisher. Did you see them, Derek? Or?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
My dogs were out. We just brought them, put them in the house, and it came in between the houses, like or the cottages. It set off my back porch motion detector.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I don't know if you've ever heard lynx, but they have kind of that kind of high pitched scream too. But yeah, it's I mean, my land's probably similar to yours. I've on a lot of it, and we get a lot of wildlife through. And so the deer that you were talking about, I have these apple trees out in the.
Oh yeah, they'll come for the apples. That's for sure.
Yeah. So what they'll do is they'll group like that, and they'll eat the apple trees, and then they'll kind of lie together in a group, right?
Yep.
So,
I've seen the beds, where there's multiple deer have laid for the night.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Almost like little crops.
But that sound Derek played. If you're out walking there in the bush at night and you hear that,
and it is loud.
Holy
loud.
shit! Like, yeah, I would need some new underwear. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
That's a creepy sound. That's wild.
They one got into my buddy's chicken coop on Thursday, and it killed 12 chickens, and it was a baby.
So what do they look like?
They look like freaking like a weasel. Like they're
really
cute. They're actually really cute.
Let me see if I can find one here.
Okay.
Hang on, Derek can put it up.
Fisher cat.
Fisher
what?
cat?
Cat.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see what we
I think I've seen a picture of them before. It's just been a while, so.
Yeah, they look like a little cute. Oh, look at! I want to pet that little thing. Oh, look at it! Nice. Spiky teeth and great big claws, and they'll just rip your face apart.
Yeah. Well, all those rodents that are between 10 and 20 pounds are like that. Like even a raccoon. So many people see raccoons and go, "Oh, look at the cute little raccoon." I go, Don't you get near that thing
Yep.
because it'll rip your face off.
Yep.
Oh, like that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Right.
They're the size of a small dog.
Wow, and they make
Yeah, I
that
mean-
sound. That's wild. That's
And they live off like rabbits and
like small rodents, right?
yeah, like things the size of my dog.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's the problem when people have small dogs, right?
Yep.
That happened to my neighbor right across the street here. He has a Shih Tzu, and the coyotes tried to take it.
Yep.
But he was lucky he had another dog, a golden lab, and it fought the coyotes to save the Shih Tzu. And
Yeah.
holy shit.
Holy shit.
Wow, look at the teeth on that thing.
I
Oh
know.
yeah, man. No,
Evil
that's crazy.
looking.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
You look,
Yeah,
you look at
you
some
can
of them.
keep
They're
it.
cute. They're a cute looking animal, right?
Yeah. Well, it's just like the ladies you find in the alleyways behind the bars. Some of them are cute too until they open their mouth.
The babies? What?
Ladies.
Oh.
All right, let's get back to it.
Wow. Oh, that's Bigfoot. Look at that.
It is.
I can't see the size of his feet there.
No, I can't either.
He's got no head and no feet. That's just his body.
So they figured out what the Loch Ness Monster was, right?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Man,
It's a whale penis.
Whale penis.
Yep.
Google a whale penis out of the water.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's crazy. Identical.
And all those people were freaked out about this monster for years and years and years.
I'd be too if I saw. Well, don't whales like? Yeah, if I saw a penis that big.
Well, whales actually turn upside down,
to have
and then they crest the water.
Yeah.
So that's what you're seeing. You see the whale penis stick out of the water, and they thought
he had
it was
a morning chubby, and somebody took a picture
Yeah.
of it.
yeah, and go, holy shit, it's a freaking Loch Ness monster.
holy, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
It's
So
all the
when-
people that
when
live
did
in
you
that
get
area.
that?
They had a little bit too much sauce at night, so breakfast time they were still. Woohoo.
So when did you hear about that, Derek?
Month or two ago.
Yeah, on the show.
Yeah.
I brought it up.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who are they that figured it out?
Oh.
Oh.
Well, you want to
That
know
was one of my-
something?
What?
Okay, so when a blue whale ejaculates, it ejaculates like something like 10 or 30 tons of semen at a time.
Tons?
People, yeah, tons. And people wonder why the ocean tastes salty.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
Oh my god.
oh
I
dear.
don't know why, that's funny.
Uh
10 million comedians out of work.
huh.
Yep.
And we got you.
Yeah.
There you go. There's the whale penis right there.
So
Yep.
you know what? I mean, yeah.
And it's a Loch Ness monster. Like, come on.
It's a different shape, isn't it?
Well, yes
No.
and no. You know, like mine doesn't look like yours, George. Maybe it does, but
How would you...
they're all a
This
little
is-
different.
Where's this going?
They're all a little different. We're all
In the
unique.
toilet, George, just like usual.
I mean, you know, leave me alone. I show me backside every week. That's it.
Yeah,
That's all
Yeah.
you get.
Do you know what? I mean, it does. That's an interesting
plausible.
theory.
it's
That's
definitely
an
plausible.
interesting theory. Which, yeah.
But surely,
Yepper.
surely, if it was whales, there would be like pictures of whales in Loch Ness, you know, doing the spout thing. Whatever.
Yeah, but see, yeah, and then people have pictures of whales. They go, oh, look, a whale.
in
But
Loch
when they
Ness,
see this, that's not a whale as far as people look at it. Go, what the hell is that?
Mm.
And some of those pictures, you look at them, it looks like a neck with a little head on the top.
Mm.
That's where the Loch Ness monster came into play.
I could
Right.
show you a neck with a little head on top.
Yeah, but when you see those colored pictures with the big
George
pink
is
thing
like, oh my
hanging
God.
out, oh yeah, oops.
You can Photoshop anything any nowadays. Any
That's
color.
right. Yeah, you can.
You want it pink, we'll make it pink. You want it purple, you got it purple.
That's
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised Danny's not on tonight. Would have been cool to hear from him.
Yeah.
He's probably trying to recover from fucking cooking those burgers. His arm's probably gimped.
I have
Oh,
pictures
I can't lift.
of the grill. So you got 7 burgers, 5 patties each. So you got 35 patties with cheese and bacon on them on the grill.
Amazing.
I should have sent you that picture. I have a picture of that. It was crazy. And then he's carrying them over and he's trying to stack them. And his buddy's there trying to help him. And they got the whole thing built. And his buddy's still holding it. And then they got one of those long
Skewer.
wooden skewers
Yeah.
and stuck it through. And then some of them started to go, uh-oh. So they have to put another skewer in to keep it balanced. It was cool.
The bun's this flat.
Yeah, the bun was quivering under the weight of the patties.
Soaked in grease. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I would have loved to have tried something like that.
Well, and you don't need to have 5. You come along next time and you watch, but you have your own banquet burger beforehand, right? You don't want to eat after because it's just kind of gross after watching the boys eat.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And that's what we did. We all sat around. We had a nice burger outside on his patio at a picnic table, enjoyed our meal, and then we went in and watched the competition.
Did
A lot of
burn
fun.
it when you left?
Actually, yeah. I tried. I went down on my bike.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, my cousin came along. He rode his bike, and I rode mine, and it was nice. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Next time.
Yeah.
We'll do it again. We figured we'd do it, maybe every couple of months or something like that. We'll go down and have a contest.
Yeah. So, George, you playing anywhere lately, or what's happening?
No, not at the moment. No. I'm just kind of taking stock. I had a few things I could do, but I just didn't fancy doing them.
Yeah. Well, the wedding I tried to get you in on just happened this weekend, this Saturday, and it was pretty cool. It was like the wedding was across the street on the front lawn,
right?
Like the ceremony,
Mm-hmm.
and then they had a tent set up. So it was like cocktails after the wedding, and it was a really hot day, so everybody went over there and just started smashing back drinks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, funny enough, the Sunflower Farm, Ursula that runs that, her brother got married.
Oh, okay.
And he lives right across the road. So, and then what they did was really cool. They hired a bus, and the bus took us to a brewery in Lindsay. And that's where the reception was. So we had a lot of really, really good beer and good food and dancing and stuff. And then the bus brought us back after because nobody could drive. And then we hung out in the tent again, drinking until 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
That was a good night. Really good night.
I was thinking there of I'm going back to the mid-90s here, and some of the places I've actually done weddings in. I actually did one. He just reminded me there in Toronto Zoo. I think that was one of the strangest places I ever did one.
A wedding in the zoo?
Yeah. It was on the zoo grounds, and they had like a marquee.
Okay.
It was in the marquee, and they had at the time they also had exhibits for dinosaurs, and there was like mini dinosaurs in the marquee, and the larger ones outside. Yeah. I remember that one in Toronto Zoo. I had nowhere to get changed, really. I had to do it in the back of the van. And it's a boiling hot day. No way. You know what I mean? Yeah, the things you do for love, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Oh, and Ringo's got the Sunflower Farm up now.
Yeah.
If you actually go to that website, thesunflowerfarm.ca, she does have the ones that are in Beaverton are closed now. The flowers are all, the heads are down.
Mm-hmm.
But she has one that's open till probably next weekend in Lindsay, and it's called the Small Sunflower Farm. So we drove by it on Saturday. Everything looks great there. She's got all the kiosks, everything all set up over there, and it's nice to see. So that gives people in the Kawarthas a chance to go
Lindsay,
and see the sunflower farm too.
Yeah. So how does that work? So she plant like a month later, so that one blooms.
Yeah, well, what she did this year, which was brilliant, she planted sunflowers, and then she waited 3 weeks and planted more sunflowers in a field right beside it. And then she waited 3 more weeks and she planted the ones here in Lindsay. So now you've extended your season, right?
Yeah, and they thrive. Like, it doesn't matter. There's just you don't, there is that extension of time.
Yeah, sunflowers go pretty easy.
Oh yeah, okay. I didn't know that. I thought you had to do it all at the same time. Didn't realize that.
No, it's a timed event from seed to flowering plant is so many days or so many weeks. So if you plan that ahead, then you could do what she just did. She had 3 sunflower farms this year instead of just the one, right? Different times.
Yeah.
So it's open in Lindsay, folks. If you want to go see the sunflowers, go to thesunflowerfarm.ca. Yeah. It's a good time. I met some photographers here this year too. A lady from Toronto, and she was really not there for the flowers. She was there for birds. Yeah. And she had speakers set up in amongst the flowers. Yep. And then she was back a little ways, and she would actually do bird calls to bring the birds in. And she got, I don't know if you know what an indigo bunting is. Ever heard of that?
No,
it is a bright blue bird, like the blue on the side of our screen.
Right.
Oh, incredible. And it has a really loud song. So I walked into the field the one day, I could hear it. And I'm going, holy shit, what's that? I didn't know what it was. And then she showed me on her camera, she's got pictures of these sitting on the sunflower heads.
Wow.
Incredible photography. Yeah. So you get to meet all kinds of people.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, we had the open mic night at the sunflower farm. I think I told you about that as well, right?
My friend Jay Weaver played there.
Who?
Jay Weaver.
Yeah, that's right. Right, Jay. Yeah, and right before him, there was a young lady. She played there as well, and she was so good, they had her play at the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really cool the way things work. Yeah.
Cool.
Small towns.
George, no upcoming gigs yet, or?
No, I've got some in October, but I'm just getting at that point where maybe I'll start looking at a night in a bar somewhere, get back into all that again. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So is anybody out there?
You're for your Fridays nights?
Yeah, Friday nights. Just you can have our George there, Discodelic house head that's trapped in a rock and roll body.
Yeah.
For you Friday nights. Yeah.
Didn't you used to have a gig once a week in a restaurant or a pub or something?
Oh yeah, I've had lots of like bar gigs, long running gigs. I mean, the Players Bench up to COVID, I was there for 6.5 years.
Wow.
Fridays, what's happening with that place now?
So what's happening there now?
Not much, I don't think. I mean, I saw the owner about a year ago, and he was quite happy just to do his Uber Eats and skip the dishes and not have to put up with the problems.
The public's back now in places, but
you should go give him a call and say, "Hey, come on, you need some music in this joint."
But after 6.5 years, it's like, you think, let's try something new. So, anybody out there who's interested, give us a shout. I mean, I got all the new gear, so that took me a while to get like confident with that because everything was completely different.
Right.
The control and mix, everything. So
got 2 turntables and a microphone.
Yeah, that's right.
That's great.
Well, like I said, when I get married, you're my DJ.
All right, I'll be there.
I got you booked already.
All right, I'm in.
Hey, if you need a ladies band, let me know.
Yeah, all right, no problem.
All right.
Hey, DJs don't take breaks; we just make them. So there you go.
Oh,
hey, come on. We're back after this short break. That means how long?
Yeah.
How long is a short break in musicians'
2
terms?
minutes.
Right?
2 minutes.
To get out 2 minutes.
Yeah, you got to run off the stage, go pee, and come back. That's a short break.
You don't get to go pee.
Oh, okay. All right. No, I used to I love playing with bands. I mean, I've always loved. There's so many bands I love,
Yeah.
And like I've worked bars where there'll be a different band every week coming in. There was one in Oshawa there for you. I did a stint at and going back into the mid noughties, and it was like
Oh yeah.
it was called Mickey Finn's. It was on Simcoe, yeah, and there was a different
Oh
band
yeah,
every
yeah.
Saturday, yeah. Loved working with that, and they enjoyed it because you work together, right? I mean, it's just
Yep.
fun to do that.
Mickey Finn's is gone, but there's another bar there, isn't there?
I don't know. The last time it became like a clothes store or something.
Oh
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, it was a great venue and everything. Yeah. Bruno was the owner. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I enjoyed that. Yeah, I was doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday there for a while.
Yeah. Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah, and then I as they got in the summertime. Obviously, I got bookings, so I'd got somebody to like fill in and that, and that's how I met Rockin' Rod. You know Rockin' Rod that used to be on 94.9.
Yeah.
He used to do a few nights there. Yeah. For
Oh,
me,
cool. Nice.
Yeah, I like Rod. He's a good guy. He was one of the guys who actually took me from CD to laptop. He actually coached me.
Oh, really? Eh?
Yeah, Rockin' Rod. Yeah, Rod Waymart. Yeah, he's out in where's he out in Collingwood, I think, on a country station now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he used to. Yeah, he was very helpful.
I think they should.
Hey, you should give him a shout. Have him come on the show one night.
I should do actually. Yeah, I'm a
Yeah,
friend
why
to him,
not?
so, yeah, I'll see if he wants.
He'd make a good guest.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. He used to work. Well, I was working a bar, and again another long gig. I was about 7-8 years in Bowmanville. A place called Hank's, and he was at around the corner, Frosty John's, and he used to pop in because sometimes it'd close early or whatever, and he used to pop in, and then he actually did some nights at Hank's, like we do, like DJs work, can he cover me night there, and it was great, yeah,
right on.
I love all that stuff, so yeah, if anyone needs the odd night covering, I can do that as well,
Yeah.
Perfect. I love that shit. That's great.
Yeah.
So there's been a dilemma. It's been brewing here for a while since we've had this Russian-Ukraine nonsense going on.
Yep.
I used to love drinking Russian standard vodka. And I know a lot of other people that drank the same because it was just a beautiful, clean, good tasting vodka. Not like that Smirnoff shit. That stuff's horrible. But
isn't that from England? Is Smirnoff actually made in Warrington in England?
No, I think
it's local.
No, I think it's from here.
Well, the original Smirnoff is actually in a place called Warrington in England.
Oh, well, maybe that kind of explains it because vodka should not be made in England.
It shouldn't, especially not in Warrington. I know Warrington. It's just outside Manchester. And it used to be vodka from Warrington.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, check it out.
So the problem's been since Russian Standard got taken off the shelves, since all this Russian bullshit went on, people like myself have been going to the liquor store and trying all kinds of different vodka to see if we get something that's as good as that, right? But really, once you've had it, a lot of the vodka available is crap. It's just cheap shit, right? But I found it.
Crystal Skull?
No. And believe it or not, like, I got nothing bad to say about certain countries, but I never thought the Polish could make a good vodka. And here it is, right here.
Luksak Vakviwi.
Yeah.
Luksusowa vodka.
Yeah, it's from Poland.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it's now that Russian Standard's gone, this is the best vodka that's out there.
I'm going to tell you.
People tell you Grey Goose and all that stuff, they expect it's absolute kife. It's shit. It's garbage.
Yeah.
This is good vodka. One day, maybe Russian Standard will come back.
Yeah. You start wearing a wolf suit and having sex in it soon.
Well, I'll tell you what.
That's where Mega Wolf is from.
Where?
Poland.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, give him a good handshake. Tell him Heiko says they make good vodka there.
Are you talking about?
Well, they do because my mum, her two favorite tipples were one was cherry brandy, De Kuiper cherry brandy, a Dutch label, and the other one was Wisnówka, which is cherry vodka from Poland. And She loved it. She loved all that. Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
So yeah, I know all about
this stuff's very, very clean, very nice.
Smooth.
No burn, no shitty aftertaste. It's actually very nice. It's not quite Russian standard, but you know what? It's the best I found out there now.
But don't you mix? I mean, I'm a beer guy, so I don't know these things. I'm a heathen in that respect. But don't you just drink vodka straight? Or I thought it's a mixer. You mix it.
No, vodka is both. What the fuck?
Maybe playing with stuff.
What the hell's that?
There you go.
What the heck?
That's
was
really
that?
loud.
What
Wow.
was that?
That's terrible, whatever that was.
Yeah,
What was that?
They're here.
It was too loud. It was distorted. I couldn't make it out.
They're
George,
here.
was that one of your sound effects?
No, it wasn't me.
Oh.
Oh, look, the DJ hands.
Oh,
Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
I only have a ballpoint pen in front of me and a pad. I don't have anything else.
All right. Now, one of Keisha's best friends is Polish, and I met her dad.
Right.
And when you go to his place and drink with him, the bottle of vodka gets dropped on the table and a couple of glasses.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I can tell you stories. I've been to
you're
Poland.
drinking.
I can tell you stories. I was in Poland in the 70s. I can tell you stories about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was
But
I'd
even
visit people.
Yeah.
And it was like that exact thing happened. It's like boom, it's in the middle of the and I didn't drink vodka. I was like 24 or something when I was there, right?
Mhm.
And I sat there and like, it's like, having a bit of a chat with people.
Yeah.
And like people are just looking at you like that, and like, well, why do they keep looking at me? And I go, what, and it's like, well, you're a guest. Like someone explains to me, you're a guest. And until you take a drink, no one else can. Right.
Yeah.
So okay. And I'm like, nearly blew my head off.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like that. And then, about 5 minutes later, it's like everyone's looking at you again like that.
Mhm.
Oh, I better take another swig,
You have to take another drink, buddy.
Oh my God. After about like half an hour, I was absolutely smashed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that is
Well,
a tradition. Yeah.
It's a funny story because I didn't know about Russian Standard. It's a cool story. There was a guy who had posted online that his boat had been stolen. And a friend of ours, who's a nurse as well, she was out with her man at the time, and they were cruising around the boat, and they found a boat smashed up on the shore. So, she's really good at that kind of stuff. She connected it and called the guy whose boat was missing. He came over, and yes, this was his missing boat. So Steve and I, we got pumps and all this kind of shit, and we bilge pumped all the water out of the boat, got it floating again, and we towed it to shore and put it up on his trailer for him. And he was a Russian guy named Slav. And he was so grateful that we found his boat. You know what they did? They stole it from his dock, took it somewhere else, and they took it off the outdrive, which is just the very, very back piece, right, with the propeller on it.
Yeah.
They stole that because it's worth like a couple of $1,000.
Wow.
And once you take that off, all the seals are open and his boat sunk. So these fuckers stole like a $30,000 boat to take an outdrive off. Right? So
Crazy.
he had no insurance on it, whatever. So he said, "Oh my God, I am so thankful. I'm so happy. I'm going to have you guys over for barbecue." So he did.
Right.
So we started. He brought out drinks and food, and it was like crazy. It was like going to an Italian family get together type thing, but Russian.
Yeah.
And he had these steaks and all this shit. And then finally he goes, "I have something special." And he went to the freezer and he brought out this bottle of vodka, and it was called Van Gogh Blue. Van Gogh Blue is the way he said it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh, okay. He says, "Yeah, I brought this from Russia. It's very special, but I want to share it with you guys because you got my boat." And I'm telling you guys, you would never in your life think that was vodka. You would say, what am I drinking? This is so good. So it was insane how good the shit was. But it was vodka, straight vodka.
Yeah.
And even Alana, she doesn't drink vodka at all. She had quite a few shots of this, and she was happy, giggly, everything. And I asked him, I said, "Oh my God, where can I get this shit?" He says, "Only in Russia." And I said, "What can we buy here that's even close?" And he said, "Russian Standard." It was nothing like that, but it was still really good vodka. And that's how I got hooked on it. I go, see, you asked earlier, George, about, you have vodka or rye or whatever, like you mix it. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Well, again, if you have a really, really good quality spirit, whatever it may be, you could put it in a glass like this and just sip on it, just drink it because it is that good. When you get shit, well, I call it shit, but when you get the cheap crap, like CC, Smirnoff, all that kind of stuff, it's a generic alcohol pumped out, made for the public, and it is shitty straight. So you have to mix it, right? So you have your rye and Coke, rye and ginger, vodka and orange. And for people that don't have the palate and don't want to sit there and actually have a nice, short, stiff drink, they just want to drink to get drunk.
Right.
Buy the cheap shit, right?
Yeah.
Because to buy a good bottle of anything, like even I got drunk on tequila way back in my younger years when I was skiing, and I have hated tequila all my life. I just can't smell it. I can't. Is it right? It's like bourbon, right?
Right.
But just lately, I met two guys, like my cousin and a friend of mine, and they drink tequila, but their tequila is no less than $80 a bottle, like for a 26er. They buy really, really good shit. And I tried that, and it's the same thing. It's like, wow, this stuff is so nice, so smooth, so flavorful. It's a whole different ball of wax, right?
Yeah.
So it just depends how you want to drink. If you're a beer drinker, drink beer. If you like spirits, again, you like mixing it with pop or juice or whatever. Seriously, just buy the cheap stuff because you're mixing it. If you really want to taste something good,
I get
go
that.
Go on a limb one day, like I did. Like 40 Creek is my favorite whiskey, but they have high end shit they put out once a year, like a limited number, and for 26ers, $90 or whatever. But I go buy that, and now you have something that's like, you know what I mean? It's something really, really nice that you enjoy once in a while.
Yeah.
It's something you don't break out to drink with your friends. It's
No, I get that. I understand that.
If you have a friend or two that are like you, that really into savoring a nice drink, you bring that out, right? And you have a shot each,
it's
right?
Like anything like that. If you've got somebody who appreciates it, you'll share it, right? Rather than just somebody.
Absolutely. I have bottles sitting here where I'm waiting for the right people to come over so I can crack them open.
Yeah. But before we go out, you just reminded about Russians. I'll tell you a funny story about Russians, right? When I was doing the cruise boats in Toronto with like Kanamak cruises, I had like quite a few boats, but Kanamak was my main one, like, and it was Magnachuk, it was Mac, and I think it was Russian. He's more Ukrainian than Russian, right? But he had like 3 boats in the harbour: the Stella, the Aurora, the Jaguar. And he was building another one, but he actually brought these Russian like engineers over, for the fix the boats up and keep them running, right? And it's quite a few. So there's like I'd say about 4 Russian guys that were working these summers. I'm going back to like the 90s and the noughties. And one of the supervisors was called Penny, right? Now the thing about the cruise.
Is that what you just said?
Pardon?
Okay.
Now, the thing about these cruise boats, I mean, they have to make their money, like in a short space. The season is like from you get a few cruises in April. Once May hits the warmer, then it come like this time of year, boom, it's done, and there's a few cruises. So it's very intense, right? You have to get all these cruises in. So they're always booking cruises, and it'll get like back-to-back cruises or last-minute cruises. Anyway, one time, Penny, one of the supervisors, who had to organize the staff and changeovers. You've got half an hour to flip the boat and blah, blah, blah. She goes,
Yeah.
I can't stand all this rushing around all the time. I can't work with all this rushing around, Anyway, one of these guys heard it, and he went to the office and he said, "That Penny," she said, "she can't stand having us Russians around." And poor Penny, she
funny.
got all through the office going, "What's this about you not liking Russians?"
She's like, what? What are you talking about?
That. She said, "No, they said you don't like Russians around." I went, No, I didn't say that. So yeah, there you go. That's when you said Russian. Whenever I hear Russians, I always think of that.
Do you?
Rushing around, yeah.
Rushing around, yeah.
Hey, where'd Ringo go?
I don't know. Why don't you start saying goodbye from last week then?
Oh right, yeah. You got your list from last week.
Oh yeah, last week I got. Hang on. Don't put me on the screen now. I got to find the piece of paper.
Okay.
Oh no, we're looking at you.
Oh, is that it? Yep, that's it. Here we go. All right. Last week we had some technical difficulties, and we're about to sign off, and show is over. No, wait. My
name is
difficulties. Yeah, we just had difficulties. Yeah, that we deal with every week.
I wanted to thank the people that were on last week, and which was again number one was Melanie, and Joe, Sandra, Kathy, Junior, the Peacemaker Band, which was AJ from Alabama, Danny, Keisha, and Richard. Thanks for being on last week's show. Now, I can thank the people that were on this week's show.
Right.
Don't you dare cut me off. I'll kick your ass. You hear me?
Derek. Difficult Derek. This is Monica.
All right, guys. Good show.
Yeah, it was a great show. Thanks again. Number one, Melanie and Joe and Keisha and Kathy. You did an awesome job guessing George's backside today. That was awesome. He had everybody stumped. But there you go. There it is right there. Good job on that. Junior, Sandy, Ryan, Tams, and Murph. You guys, thanks for being a part of our show. Hopefully you guys will be here next Monday night. Mm-hmm. And tune in. Go to the sunflowerfarm.ca if you want to see sunflowers. And if you want to eat something fantastic, you want a great burger, go to Country Stop Burger in Ballantrae. But for now, we're going to sign off, and we'll see you here next Monday night at 9:30 on the Heikadelic Show. Have a great weekend.
Well, that's another wrap for the Heikadelic Show, folks, so time to get dirty. And don't forget, listen in next week on Monday night and every Monday after that for the Heikadelic Show at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like more information on the Heikadelic Show, please find us at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. We'll see you all next week on the Heikadelic Show. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor for the Heikadelic Show, it's easy. Just send us an email at info@theheikedelicshow.com. Meanwhile, you can browse our website at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. Click on our sponsor tab and find out more information on sponsorships. Thanks for joining the Heikadelic Show family.
Hey, this is Spiffy Vengeance, and I'm reporting for the Heikadelic Show. In behind me, you can see the war of the worlds going on as we speak. It's amazing. It's a light show. It's over the Pickering Darlington nuke plant, but we're not sure what's going on. We think it's aliens, because if you watch, we've been watching this for almost an hour now, and the light show is incredible. What we thought was just a storm appears to be possibly alien invading the Durham region. This is Stiffy Vengeance, and I am going to try and stay awake and watch the show behind me And hopefully I won't get probed. See you on the Heikadelic Show Monday night.
Hi there, my name's Mr. Wiggleton, and I'm actually the producer and janitor here at the Heikadelic Show. But anyhow, I think it's good, but it really it's pretty late show, so I don't even watch it myself, so I have no idea what it's about. But that Heiko guy, he's pretty smart. He is pretty smart. He doesn't pay me well, but he's pretty smart. Oh gosh, and shit on a stick. Johnny Ringo, when are you getting back on stage? The COVID thing is over, right? Well, it's not, but things are safe to go out, right? I haven't even gone out, but